Hey man, what's going on? I'm wearing pajama bottoms. All right, I was talking to a new friend of mine about what makes major major, what makes minor minor. Let's just check it out. Let's do a C major scale. Let's do it a couple different ways. Let's do it real simple, like, can you play that? That's a C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. That's a 3, 5, 7, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15. You also can number those. This is important. It's a 1, the 2, the 3, the 4, the 5, the 6, the 7, and the 8. That's really important that you know that. So work on that. You can sound it out. It's just got that kind of, well, if you play it backwards, it will be a Christmas song. Yeah. So if you take a C chord and play it one string at a time, you'll find that there's only 3 note names in there. There's a C, an E, a G, a C, and another E. So you got 2 C's, 2 E's, oops, and 1 G. So the formula for a C chord is C, E, G, which is the 1, 3, and 5 from the C major scale, which is your 3rd fret, 7th fret, and 10th fret. Lots of numbers going around. So that's so what we would call it with, if we're working, in the studio with a musician or working something out or a riff or something, we say, hey man, just play the 1, 3, 5 of the chord. It's also good for vocal exercises. 1, 3, 5, 3, 1. Speaking of that, my vocal teacher expects me to be practicing that, so I better remember to practice. 1, 3, 5, 3, 1. That crazy little thing I just did is the chord. 1, 3, 5, 3, 1. If we went all the way through the chord, we'd have 1, 3, 5, 1, 3. So the higher 1 and 3 on there. Are you following me? Can you see okay? This is a 59 Les Paul Jr., and it doesn't stay in tune perfectly, but I'll address that later. Okay, so hopefully you're with me. It's pretty simple. It's just the major scale, which is almost like, kind of humdrum. It's not really a wicked Jimmy Page lick or a Jimi Hendrix freak out lick or anything. It's just pretty much sounds like a nursery rhyme. But don't let that fool you. It's important. So how do we make it minor? The big deal is we're going to flat the 3rd. At least do that. So let's just check it out. I'm going to do the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd intervals. 1, 2, 3. Now I'm going to change it. I'm going to make it minor. So I'm going to do 1, 2, flatted 3rd, which is a lot different. I'll do it major again. Now minor. Wow, that's cool, isn't it? And you have to be able to control that. So that's the first thing that I think of when I'm going to convert something from major to minor. It's like, oh, we have to flat the 3rd, like right now. Okay. I think there's a couple more. To convert this C major scale to a C minor scale, which we just as well do. We're just having fun here, right? So here's my 1. Let's do major again. We're going to look at a couple things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to flat the 6 from this A at the 12th fret to A flat. And let's just do that. We're going to make it minor now. We're going to go. There's that flatted 6. So to make the scale minor, we have to flat the 3rd and the 6th. I'm just moving kind of slow here. No rush. Everything's cool. That sounds pretty cool. All right, and there's one more note we have to flat. It is the 7th interval. Let's review the major one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 7 is the B at the 14th fret of the A string. 7, 8. So to make it minor, we have to flat that B. So it becomes a B flat, or we're flatting the 7th. That's really important. You're going to need that for all kinds of stuff later. So I know this might seem kind of simple, but it's crucial. If you don't understand this, you're not going to understand a whole bunch of stuff. So flatting the 7th, that's a big deal. Huge. It's a B flat to a C. Let's do the whole scale. I think you can figure it out, but we're going to go 3rd fret, 5th fret, 6th fret, flatted 3rd, a whole step to F, that's our 4th, at the 8th fret, whole step to G, that's our 5th at the 10th fret, and there's our minor or flatted 6, and a whole step to our B flat at the 13th fret, that's our B flat, flatted 7, right. And a whole step to C, which is very cool. So now I'll goof around with it. I'm listening. No. Cool. But what about the chord? Oh. So I was just doing some triplets there, whatever. I just make stuff up on the fly. It's very fun. So if we got a C major, how are we going to make it minor? Well, we got a couple problems here. This is terrible because there's really not that nice of a way to play a C minor down here, except one way that's cool. That's actually pretty good. That's a sneaky way to do it. It's just a root. Our flatted 3rd is this E flat on the 1st fret, 4th string, and open G. That's all you need is 3 notes to make a chord. I love that chord. It's very cool. The problem is getting over to our 2nd string. It's kind of like checkmate for your fingers. You're done. You've just tied yourself into a knot. So you almost have to restrict yourself to that shape for the moment. But if you wanted to get one more string, you're going to have to build something horrible like this. And what we've added is a C on the 2nd string, 1st fret. So that's a terrible shape, isn't it? It's middle, index, pinky. Here's a bummer. You do not want to hit the 1st string because that's a major 3rd and that's going to destroy our chord. Let's do it. So So that major third sounds pretty absurd there, unless you want that. You know, any rule can be broken, it seems, but that one would be pretty special. You'd have to have a note from your doctor or something, or your music teacher, to be able to break that rule. But you can't be liking that. You could also, but there's always an option. You could just do this. That's a D, E flat, G, C. If you want to get that first string, now we can add our pinky on it. That's a G. That'd be a C minor chord with a E flat bass note. You could also, that's why we have bar chords. Much easier. You can build chords, C minors all over. That's a cool one. I use these in Surf Zombies quite a bit. So that'd be like a 8, 6, 5 on the big strings. 8, that's our root. The 6 is our minor third, the E flat, 6th fret, and our 5th interval is 4th string, 5th fret. The cool thing about this, you just have to be mobile. You have to be flexible. Like Frank Zappa said, the mind is like a parachute. It only works when it's open. All right, let's take that up high. Whoa, I love that. Those are those same dumb notes. The root, the flatted third, and the 5th. I'll help you find a couple of those. This one is a 15, 13, 12. Let's crank up the gain. It kind of sounds like, here I come to save the day. You know, it's got that heroic quality, doesn't it? It's cool. Or you can do it up at, here's a good one, a 17, 16, 15 on the 3rd string. I call that a stair step shape. It's also a chord, or it's an arpeggio, it's a lick, it's everything you could ever dream of. Or, so that's a C, E flat, G. If we go way up here, we got a, E flat, G, C. That's at the 20th fret, 3 skinny strings. Oops, major. No good. So I'm just trying to condition your ear to the sound of the minor scale. So you want to be able to control that. You know, are we major? Are we minor? Can you do it right now? You know, in like 2 minutes, the song's probably going to be over. So you have to get kind of fast with this stuff. But don't stress out. I don't want you to practice fast. I want you to practice slow and carefully and listen and get your ear trained in so you can hear these things and just instantly respond. When I used to play in like old country bands, you know, it was like the guy on the piano would hit like an A minor chord and he would just start the song and I'm like, yeah, we're in the key of A minor because he told me, because he played an A minor chord. I could hear it. He didn't have to walk over there, hey Brook, we're going to play House of the Rising Sun, key of A minor, start on an A minor chord. No. You use your ear to hear that. You have to train your ear for these basic chords, you know. And let's say he played at B flat minor. I would adjust quickly to B flat. I thought it was A minor. Oh, now he's B flat. Or what if you decided to do it in D flat minor? I'd have to use my ear and find that key quickly. And you can do it. You can develop it. That doesn't happen quickly, and you can't stress out. You have to remain relaxed and kind of calm and open. You have to open up your mind, open up your ears, and kind of get into kind of a cool Zen-like mindset. I don't know. I'm not sure what I'm saying. I'm not sure how. I think I might have a genetic fluke where I can hear that stuff maybe easier than others. That's been very helpful. Well, I'm going kind of long here, so I'm going to cut her short. If you want to help me out, we got some Surf Zombies CDs sitting here, and I can send you some of these if you want to look up Surf Zombies on Bandcamp and order a couple. Maybe order 3 or 4. That'd be cool. But, you know, do what you can. Stay safe, and thanks for watching. I love working on this stuff and thinking about it. Take care.